So the Commodores turned down Lady, which went to Kenny Rogers. And would that have made a difference? That's interesting. Because imagine if the Commodores had done Lady, and they were already big on R&B and pop, and that would have hit on country. What it would have done in adult contemporary charts? What it would have done? I think the Commodores were being a bit envious and jealous because Lionel Richie's pen game was hard to ignore, and they were a funky band. But what happened was, and Lionel was writing jams and versatility. They were. He was very much part of the Ray Charles School of Musicology. However, when Easy hit and Just to Be Close to You hit, and he co-wrote Zoom. But when the slow cuts started to hit, the record companies start to see that those cuts are the ones that are hitting. They're the ones that is, you go from three of y'all in a Volkswagen to three of y'all in a Rolls Royce or your own Rolls. That changes the landscape. You drive down the street a little bit different. It starts to hit a little bit different. So he started getting it. He had solo credit. He was getting a chunk of it, and it was huge. They turned it down. And then he went to Kenny Rogers. And Kenny Rogers had reformed himself from a rock, pop, blues bass setting in the 70s to becoming a country crooner who crossed over to pop and adult contemporary. Talk about back in the day when you could flip your image and become whatever you wanted to be. Talk about how imagery was so different back then. People don't even understand. That's another thing that's missing with modern day music. Acts don't really change up their game much. They just tend to kind of like go along, get along, and do what they got to do for the time. But they don't really like invest in like channeling themselves. And it shows because I remember seeing artistic growth. We'd see you be like a complete artist. You tried different things musically. You were sonically. You were doing things. That's not the case no more. Where artists pretty much find one lane, and even though they might work with somebody here and there, the totality, the change just kind of stays the same. So what Kenny Rogers did, that's unheard of today, even because you don't have. I don't think I'm going to see. I've seen Jack White and kind of done a few things here and there, but I'm not seeing a lot of acts that are just totally going in a different direction and reinventing themselves. You're not going to see Beck become the modern day Dwight Yoakam, go over the country and try that, or do something like Vince Gill did. So you don't really see that kind of differential to that level, you know, or like I don't know, Robert Cray start doing hip hop mixed gospel. You just don't see that kind of thing. But just saying. But anyway, that was a huge hit. And if you think about it, that was like a year and change before Lionel went officially solo. So it was a turning point. And how that song propelled him to go on as a solo artist, as a songwriter, and he wrote some of the greatest songs ever. He's one of the greatest songwriters ever. But the band didn't want to include that, so they turned it down, and the rest, as they say, is history. And Lady is one of them songs that just kept on giving. Huge song. Played on R&B too. It was huge. It crossed over so many different demographics. That's what I mean when people be like, "Oh, you get mad at Beyonce, or you get mad at Usher, or you get mad at Chris Brown." Acts that I think that, yeah, they big, but they don't have no signature songs. This is what I'm talking about right here. You do a song like that, you never have to be questioned again. Because you can do that song 30 different ways. People going to remember from 8 to 88. Just saying. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share it if you like, and hit that membership, because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.